Hello everyone, welcome to ixamBee. In this video, I am going to talk about Bank of India Credit Officer post. The posts have been announced and professional knowledge has a key role to play in the exam for this particular post. So in this video, I am going to talk in detail about the vacancies, the eligibility, the important dates till when you can apply for this exam, what exactly is the exam pattern, and in this detail we will discuss the professional knowledge syllabus, what were the type of questions that were asked in 2018 and 2020 for Bank of India Credit Officer post, and the class schedule to help you prepare for professional knowledge. So let's delve into the vacancies first. Many of you may be aware that Bank of India had come out with specialist officers for credit officers post at scale A1 level with 484 vacancies. Yes, so there is a huge number of vacancies that they have come out with, and the age for this is a minimum 20 years to 30 years. So you can apply based on your age eligibility and educational eligibility. So if we talk about the educational eligibility, here you need a degree in graduation in any discipline but with a minimum 60% marks. Along with your graduation, you also need a post-graduation degree either in the form of an MBA, PGDBM, PGDM, PGBM or PGDBA with a specialization in finance, banking and finance, or a postgraduate degree in commerce, science or economics subjects. So a graduation with 60% marks along with a post-graduation degree in any of these subjects which is mentioned. Or apart from this, if you are a CA, a ICWA cost accountant or a CS, you will also be eligible. Very important thing to note is that there is no work experience that is required to apply for this particular job. So freshers can apply for this job. You also need a certificate course in computer for a minimum of 3 months. So very simple eligibility, a lot of CA, MBA finance students, a very good entry job in a specialized field in finance. If you want to make a career and you don't have work experience, this is a very good opportunity with a good number of vacancies. The important dates to note is that as of now the application window is open and it will remain open till the 10th of May. So you still have another 9 days to apply. If you are eligible, I will suggest don't wait for the last day and apply right away. For your age and qualification, the cutoff date has been mentioned as 1st December 2021. If you want more details related to the eligibility and dates and exam pattern, you can also refer to our video detailing the vacancies. You will find the link in the description box. The exam date has not been announced till now. However, from a past experience, usually these happen a month later after the closing of the application window. So somewhere in the first half of June is when you can expect the exam to happen. Now let's talk about what is the main focus of this particular video, the professional knowledge and the exam pattern. So the exam pattern, the written exam will consist of 3 subjects, English language of 50 marks, professional knowledge of 100 marks and general awareness with special reference to banking industry of 25 marks. You will be given a composite time of 150 minutes to attempt this, that is 2.5 hours. You will get approximately to attempt this paper. So this is a composite time. Another thing that is mentioned in the notification is that professional knowledge and general awareness marks will be counted. You need to qualify the English language paper. However, for the next round for the interview, the marks for the making the merit based list to call for interview will be dependent on your marks in professional knowledge and general awareness. So these two are very important segment. Over the years, if we see, the weightage of professional knowledge has actually increased every year. If I talk about 2018, all these 3 subjects, English language, professional knowledge and general awareness related to banking industry, had equal weightage of 50 marks each. In 2020, the marks for professional knowledge were increased to 75, while English and general awareness remained at 50 marks. If we come to this year, the professional knowledge has further increased to 100 marks, and English language continues to be for 50 marks, while general awareness has been reduced to 25 marks. So as we move ahead to discuss the professional knowledge syllabus, I will also tell you what this means and how you can prepare to make sure that you score well and you prepare well for this particular two topics, which will be counted for your next round of selection for the interview stage. So what is exactly professional knowledge? The notification does not mention particular subjects. However, what exactly is covered, the broad areas in that you should be aware about. First is the overview of the banking system and RBI related things. So what comes exactly in this is what are the various types of banks, RBI regulations related to those type of banks. Say we have the commercial banks, we have the small finance banks, we have the payment banks, we have the regional rural banks, we also have the urban cooperative banks. Right, so different types of banks we have, and what is the role of RBI in the banking sector, and any regulations, important points that RBI comes out with for the banking sector will be important for you to prepare for this particular exam. Next important topic becomes your types of credit, including export finance. Here basically understanding the various types of credit or loans or advances that the banks give, right? So they can be both fund-based loans and non-fund based. So fund based basically include your term loans, your working capital limits, and non-funds, some examples include your bank guarantees, your letter of credit. And when I'm talking about export finance, then again, what are the facilities like your letter of credits are used, some alternate finance routes like what is forfeiting, what is factoring. These kind of understanding and certain forex related rules for export financing will become important for you to understand. Here also will be included the types of guarantees and security or collaterals that the bank use. So secured type of loans, unsecured loans, understanding of these, what are the different collaterals banks can accept, what are the different kinds of borrowers to which banks can lend, and if there are any rules. That becomes the another important area for understanding, because as a credit officer basically at a bank you are evaluating and giving credit. So understanding of different products from the credit side for a bank becomes very important. The third important aspect is your financial statements and ratio analysis. This helps you to understand the credit risk, estimate the risk associated with a prospective borrower. Therefore, understanding of financial statements and ratio analysis becomes another very important aspect. This will also include your cash flow analysis. The fourth important broader topic is your project appraisal, which will include both your capital budgeting and break-even analysis. Fifth important point is your basic accounting rules and working capital management. In types of credit, as I was hinting you, giving working capital limits, estimating the assessing the limits that are required by a particular company or a borrower is important for the credit officer. Therefore, being able to understand the working capital requirement, being able to assess it, estimate it, and basic accounting rules that help you study the financial statements and ratios is very important. Under basic accounting, one of the subtopics which is very important is depreciation. Last topic, this is a broader topic that I am talking about, is the credit risk, the NPAs and recovery. What I can also call it is the asset management. So the loans and the credit that the banks give, they are basically the assets for the bank. Then how do you give after? So all the first part, this part and these three parts relate to assessing whether to give the loan or not. once you have given the loan, the next step for an officer becomes monitoring that loan, making sure it doesn't slip into NPA, at least monitoring it to not let it go into an NPA, non-performing asset category, and in case, what are the recovery routes available to the bank in case of any problem. So that becomes the last broader aspect, the risk management aspect plus the recovery and monitoring aspect related to the assets of the bank. So these are the broader aspects within which one should be preparing for your professional knowledge for credit officer. If I talk about the types of questions from these topics that have come in 2018 and 20, here you can see the list. This is the number of questions from that particular topic that had come from financial statements. In 2018, there was a good number of 5 questions. In 2020, that had come down to 2. So financial statements, ratio analysis, basic accounting had a very high percentage in 2018. The reason for that may be because in 2018, Bank of India had specifically said financial management to be the professional knowledge subject. However, in 2020, no such thing was mentioned in the notification. And in 2020, we did see an inclination towards increasing questions related to risk and asset management and recovery, the financial markets, the banking sector, and RBI regulation updates that were happening at that particular time, and the types of credits and borrowers. Ratio analysis, financial statements, and basic accounting still remained an important aspect after these topics. So if I analyze the types of questions that have come in 18 and 20, they do revolve around these 6 broader aspects, which is actually the work profile of a credit officer also. Were there numericals? Yes, there have been numericals in both the years. In 2018, there were higher number of numericals because ratios and financial statement had a higher weightage, as we just discussed. In 2020 also, we did have numericals from topics related to calculation of loan amounts, EMIs, break-even analysis, depreciation, and ratio. So these were majorly the topics from which the numericals have come both in 18 and 20. Now you may be wanting to know what were the exact questions. If you want to practice, I have told you broadly the topics that have come, but what exactly were the questions and what are the types of questions from these topics that had come. For this, you can visit our website ixamBee. Here, if you go under the previous year paper section, under the bank SO, you will find the Bank of India question previous year paper for 18 and 22 practice. So you will be able to even practice those tests, plus also be able to see the type and pattern of questions that have come. As I have already pointed out, in 2018 it was more FM based, which was specifically told. In 2020 the inclination had moved towards the topics which become more relevant for a credit officer, which is likely to continue in the current year also. Based on these analysis, our understanding of the exam and our talk with various credit officers also in various PSUs, we have come up with a class schedule which we are starting from tomorrow, May 2nd, 2020, to cover the most important aspects which are relevant for the credit officer post preparation. These classes will cover in detail, in addition to the study notes and recorded videos that will be available for these topics in your course. So the classes we will be doing over the month of May, because the dates have still not been announced. So over the month of May, we will be covering all the important topics from 2nd, as I mentioned, tomorrow, till the 27th of May, covering all the important topics which are relevant for a credit officer. Thereafter, once the dates of the exam are known, we will delve into the revision of the important topics again and again. So that's all for today's video. We have a course, as I said, what I have discussed is the live class sessions that we will be conducting for professional knowledge. Here I have shown you the timetable only for professional knowledge. However, the live class happens every day, including your English and your GA preparation also. So you will also get a weekly class for GA and a weekly class for English, in addition to the professional knowledge classes schedule that I have shown you today. The course will also include study notes, video lessons and practice tests on various topics. And once you clear the exam, then interview guidance for the next step, which has a 20% weightage in your overall selection. If you want to know any more details, you can reach out to our website or contact us on the number given on your screen. So thank you everybody for joining in. Wishing you all the very best. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon for more interesting videos.